My client's green card was so special, he paid over $20,000 for it. Let's get into it. I'm Bianca Jordan, immigration attorney at Brazen Legal. We fix your complex immigration case so that you're able to get legal status. If you'd like to work with us, give our office a call at 508-942-7497, or you can visit brazenlegal.com/contact to get started. So, a little backstory on our client. He came to the United States in the 90s with a visitor's visa, and shortly before he was supposed to go back to his home country, there was a lot of political turmoil happening there. And because he worked in the government, a lot of his coworkers and his friends and family warned him that maybe he shouldn't go back because his life might be in danger. So he decided to stay in the United States and apply for asylum. He hired someone to help him fill out his forms and file the paperwork. However, the application for asylum was denied and he got a deportation order. He didn't leave the country though because he still feared going back home because of everything going on, so he decided to stay in the United States instead. And fortunately for him, he was able to get temporary protected status a couple years later. And for those who don't know, temporary protected status is also known as TPS, and it's an immigration benefit given to people who temporarily cannot go back to their home country because of something going on there, like a civil war, a pandemic, a natural disaster, something like that. Fortunately for my client, he had a US citizen child who had just turned 21. So now he was eligible to apply for a green card from within the United States. Remember, he came here lawfully, he came here with a visitor's visa, and now he had a US citizen child who had just turned 21. So now he was able to adjust his status or get his green card here. So he went back to the person who did his asylum application way back when, and that person charged him a couple $1,000s, and then he also had to pay the USCIS fee, and the application for a green card was denied. So he went back to the person, and the person said, "Oh, yeah, I made this little mistake. I'll fix it. I won't charge you the full fee." So he paid him a couple $100s, paid the USCIS fee all over again, and again it was denied. So my client decided to go to a different person. Same thing, paid a couple $1,000s plus the USCIS fee. It was denied. My client did this 3 more times, and each time it was denied. And not only was he growing to be frustrated, but he was also starting to lose hope because he kept going to these people, he kept paying these application fees all over again, and every single time it was denied. And USCIS doesn't give you your money back. If you send the application in and they deny it because you don't qualify or you didn't show enough evidence, they're going to deny your case and keep your fee. So my client was ready to give up on his green card. And then someone in his family happened to see one of my videos and shared my contact information with him. And I talked to him on the phone a little bit to get a little bit of information about his case. And then we scheduled to meet the next day. When my client came in for his consultation, he had a big box full of documents that had all of his immigration paperwork because he wanted me to look at everything. But the first thing that I noticed was that he looked like he was on the verge of tears. And he told me, "If you're not able to help me, just tell me now and I'll walk out. I've spent over $19,400 trying to get this green card. So if you can't help me, then maybe it's not in the cards for me to get a green card." So I said to him, "The good news is I can help you. I know exactly why your green card kept getting denied, and I know exactly what needs to get done to make sure that you get your green card." So I told him, though, that it wasn't going to be an easy process, and it definitely was not going to be a quick process. And he trusted me, and we were able to get him his green card. And his case was very complicated. It took a little bit longer than it was supposed to due to COVID, also due to a really nasty request for evidence that we got. It was about 10 pages long, and I had to do country research and write a couple briefs for it. So it was definitely a fight and a challenge to get my client his green card, but we ended up getting his green card in immigration court. We had an individual hearing for his case, and the judge approved his green card on the spot within 15 minutes. And he was able to get his green card 2 months later. And now he has his green card. He's able to petition for his children who are in his home country, and in a couple years, he'll be able to apply for US citizenship. So, all in all, my client ended up spending over $20,000 on his green card because he kept going to people who didn't know how to help him. He kept going to people who weren't immigration attorneys, who didn't have the right experience to close his case in deportation proceedings so that he would be able to get his green card. So, the takeaway that I would like for you to get from this video is that if you have ever been in deportation proceedings, if you've ever been in removal proceedings, that includes if your case was ever administratively closed. If you have ever been in front of an immigration judge and you're not sure what happened with your case, it's very important that you work with an immigration attorney because we're able to look to see exactly what happened in your case. And if your case is in deportation proceedings, we can get that closed so that you can get another immigration benefit, such as TPS or a green card. I hope you found this video helpful. Please share it with anyone you know who has ever been in deportation proceedings, or if anyone you know is currently in deportation proceedings, because we might be able to help them to at least close their case so that if and when they're eligible to apply for something like temporary protected status or a green card, we're able to assist them. If you haven't already, please subscribe to this channel so you don't miss the next video. If you're not already, please follow me on Instagram. I'm Brazen Lawyer. I'm always sharing tips and tricks of what's happening in the world of immigration. And again, if you'd like to work with us, you can give our office a call at 508-942-7497, or you can visit brazenlegal.com/contact to get started today. Thanks for watching.